Hey everyone, it's John Pinton coming to you from Oakland headquarters here in Vancouver. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend over the Canada Day break. And I just want to share with you some recent stats that just came out for the Vancouver Real Estate Board of Vancouver for the month of June. And no surprise here, as I've been predicting over the past few months, prices are starting to show up in a downward trend across all segments, including condos, for a majority of the lower mainland. However, there is one certain area that I'll touch upon shortly in the video today that actually is bucking the trend and actually going reverse and still going up. So I'll touch upon that later in this video. But just really want to go over some major sales figures that are coming out. Sales are overall, compared to last year, down 35% overall, including detached townhomes and condos. And furthermore, we're actually down 16% compared to the month of May. So sales dramatically dropped for the month of June. I'm seeing way less inquiries on my listings. Mind you, I still have an accepted offer on a condo that I have for sale right now in South Vancouver, but the price is at $475,000. So it's nothing like a $700,000-$800,000 condo, which is probably seeing less offers now. But yeah, the market's dramatically shifting. No surprise here. It's going to keep going down for the foreseeable future as long as inflation keeps increasing. But is inflation, will it keep increasing this summer? Well, interesting hints right now. I'm not sure what it all means, but gas prices are actually supposed to go drop down around 10 to 15 cents this weekend, which is a great relief for all people that want to go on a road trip this summer, including myself. I'm heading on a road trip tomorrow up to the Okanagan for a friend's wedding. But very interesting times where if the inflation keeps in check, maybe the Bank of Canada won't raise it as much as people are expecting to in the next hike next week at 0.75. Maybe it'll just be 0.5. And then by the next time the meetings come around in September, maybe they'll just do 0.25. If inflation is starting to tame down, and we might be heading into a recession where they don't want to increase their interest rate anymore. So very interesting times over the next few months where we go, and maybe we'll actually bottom out possibly by September, October, and that is the time when you really want to get into the market when interest rates stop going up, and there's obviously less demand in the fall at all times. But let's see what happens over the summer months and see if the gas prices, food prices actually start to drop later this summer here. Anyways, more so with regarding these stats, our listings are up to 10,800, which is still a 5% increase compared to last month. And home prices are just going down overall in all segments, except for a couple exceptions. But sales to active ratio keeps dropping. It's down to 14%. Anything under 12% means downward pressure. But as everyone knows, the sales to active ratio for detached homes has been over 20-30% over the past year. And now we're really coming down to that level where prices are going to be definitely dropping. They already are for most detached segments. Townhomes and condos are 30% sales to active. So technically, we are in a seller's market if you own a condo or townhome, but there's way less demand, and majority of segments in the lower mainland are seeing price declines month over month from May to June. Startling numbers here. Detached sales are down 48% compared to last year. Everyone was buying a house in June of 2021, and so no surprise that we're seeing way less demand for homes. Buyer activities dropped, inflation worries, and also interest rate worries that keep coming up. It's just really reducing the amount of buyers in the market. It doesn't mean there's a massive amount of supply, but the buyers are just not there right now. But maybe they will return this fall, and if they do return, maybe prices will start creeping back up by Christmas time. Who knows? Or we'll just stay flat until next year. But we'll see what happens there. But overall, yeah, detached house prices are down minus 1.7% overall, month over month. And apartments are actually down minus 1.7% for prices, and sales 25% decrease compared to last year. Townhome sales down a whopping minus 36%, and they're down minus 2.2% compared to May. So before it was around minus 0.5, minus 1%, so now we're in the minus 2% range. Let's see where we go for July stats. I'm sure it won't get better. It'll probably be diving into minus 3, minus 4% for overall averages. But Some figures I have to share with you now are much higher than -1, -2%. I guess we'll start off with detached home price decreases. Unfortunately, if you are a homeowner that bought in Port Coquitlam, Maple Ridge, Ladner, and Pitt Meadows, these are the biggest decreases that I'm seeing on the board overall. Starting at Port Coquitlam, number one drop, -5.9%. So an average house now is 1.427 million, but it was over 1.5 million just a couple months ago, and we've now seen a -8.6% drop in the past 3 months, which is quite a drop for an asset this high in value. And also Maple Ridge is not doing well, -4.1%, -7.1% in the past 3 months. And then also Ladner down at -4.1%. And then Pitt Meadows -4.4% and -9.7% in the last 3 months. So Pitt Meadows is technically actually the worst community of the Lower Mainland for detached house prices in the past 3 months, and it's not looking pretty for the next couple months. But hopefully we see maybe a balancing out by September, October, if the interest rates stop going up as much as they are right now to tame inflation. But early signs, gas prices are going down, and maybe that will affect food prices as well, because everyone knows food transport costs are very high right now, and maybe we'll just start to see a settling off and see a lowering of interest rates come the fall. But yeah, early signs is looking good kind of for inflation taming off a bit right now. Also, townhouse drops quite large, -4.5% in Pitt Meadows. Pitt Meadows is just not doing well on the board in all these segments, unfortunately. And Port Coquitlam's not far behind, -3.8%. And North Van, -3.7% for townhomes. I just sold a couple townhomes back in May, and ever since then I've seen a higher amount of listings coming to market, just way less buyers. So I'm very, very happy I was able to encourage my sellers back in April, May to get on board and sell before these prices start dropping, and wait to buy until the fall, September, or even November, December, and see how far these prices can come down. But we don't want to wait too late, because there's always a turning point where the prices will start to rebound. And if you look at the supply in the Lower Mainland and the zoning permits, it's only a matter of time until prices continue to go up. But we are seeing a very, very good break in the market, and I still see downward pressure for the time being. But when that changes, I'll let you all know. Anyways, bright spot, I guess, for price decreases. There was no price decrease for the community of Burnaby North, Burnaby Heights area, which is on Hastings Street. I'm not sure why this area didn't do so bad, but yeah, I have no idea. But I just wanted to point that out. Anyways, down to condos. Condos were also dropping overall month over month for June. We're Vancouver West -3.4%, North Vancouver -2.6%, Burnaby South was -2.7%. However, the bright spot of today's video, besides the possibility of inflation leveling off with gas prices coming down this weekend, is also condos are still super strong in the Sea to Sky corridor, Squamish, Whistler, Sunshine Coast. They saw actually really, really strong increases for the month of June. Starting at Squamish at plus 6.6%, Whistler 5.7% increase, and also the Sunshine Coast at 5.1%. So most of the Lower Mainland saw price drops overall, -3, -4, -6% in Port Coquitlam, but opposite to be had still in Squamish and Whistler. So people are still definitely valuing these communities over the Lower Mainland, even in this lower area of real estate where people are just not looking to buy. Well, people are definitely looking to see the Sky Corridor, even with higher interest rates today. So yeah, no surprise here. Sales are way down. Prices are starting to drop. But let's see how much longer they're going to drop for. And obviously there's going to be an effect of this next interest rate hike come next week on July 13th. And it will just make it harder to get approved for a mortgage for homes over $1 million especially. And even condos, 600,000-800,000 will be affected as well for the time being. But there is less supply for condos and townhomes, so the price drops won't be as severe as detached homes, which are up down to 14% sales to active ratio now. So if you are a buyer, this is great news for you. Keep holding on. You don't need to buy yet, but we are coming to that turning point possibly if inflation starts to level off. Bank of Canada will not need to raise the interest rates as severe as they have been the past few months, and they might stop raising it even by September if we see a drop in inflation. So keep that in mind, but be ready by the fall to get everything in order. If you have been on the sidelines to buy a house, it might be coming sooner than later. Everyone might be thinking, oh, we'll just wait another year or two, but the bottom might be this fall. So let's see where we go here. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to like my video down below and subscribe if you haven't done already. Thanks, and have a great day.